everyone, this is EDWAN, and today I received a package from Hercules.
What?
Aren't they making only DJ equipment? Let's see what is in the package. This is heavy. Let's open it. Two boxes, three boxes. Now we can all say I'm a true unboxing user. And here it is. Number one, number two. First impression, they look cool, they are really heavy, they sound really nice, precise, nice.
3 weeks later.
This is my first monitor review. A little fun story about Hercules is I've been using their MP3 E2 DJ controller. It's a really small DJ controller. It costs like $100. I've been using it for like 9 years and it still works. And I use it all the time when I need to mix in my studio for friends or to prepare my live sets. So I already have a pretty good opinion about the brand.
You loyal.
I've been using these speakers for now a few weeks on several projects like video editing, music production, and even Zoom calls. I didn't want to give my opinion only based on the numbers or the descriptions. I really wanted to use them on a daily basis to really know how they compare with my other more expensive speakers. So Hercules says they were designed especially for music production and DJs, and from what I've learned they are being used by music producers a lot. I think this makes sense based on their characteristics. So are they good for music production? How do they compare with more expensive sets of speakers like the Focal CMS 65? Let me know all your questions about these speakers in the comments down below and I will answer every single question. I can even make another video about these speakers to answer all of your questions. So a little story about Hercules. They've been making DJ equipment for more than 30 years. They released one of the first DJ consoles ever in 2003. Their goal is now to make DJing accessible to everyone and also to make music production accessible to everyone. These Monitor 5 speakers are the second version. The first version was released in 2013. They received really good feedback from the users and they decided to release a new version, improved version. So the first thing I can tell is you've been able to see it during the unboxing. They are really heavy and when you lift them, they feel pretty sturdy. Knobs feel pretty solid and overall it gives me a pretty good impression regarding build quality. The look reminds me a little bit of other speakers. Which speakers? Black box, yellow woofers, KRK, anyone? So overall the look is pretty cool. They have an RMS power of 80 watts each. On the front you have the brand Hercules, the tweeter, the 5-inch wide yellow woofer, the subwoofers located at the front, which is an advantage when you work in a small studio. Why? Why? Because since these subwoofers are located at the front, you can have them really near your walls. The problem with other speakers that have the rear mounted subwoofers is that they need to be placed at least 50 centimeters from the wall. Otherwise, the low frequencies are going to be radiated on the wall and this is going to increase the perceived frequency, meaning that the frequency response in the low frequencies is going to be really bad. That's a problem with rear subwoofers. It's not a problem if you have a big studio, you have a lot of space, but if you have a home studio, it's always better to have front-mounted subwoofers. Good point about this Monitor 5, the front-mounted subwoofers. And on the front, we also have the power button and the volume knob, which lights up blue when you turn them on. Really easy to access and they also feel solid. At the rear, you have 3 inputs, the RCA input, TRS jack plug and XLR input. These are the most common ones, and this means that you can plug in several sources of sound if you need to, like your DJ console and your audio interface. At the rear, you also have 3 ways to adjust frequencies. One for the low frequencies, plus or minus 2 decibels. High frequencies, a low cutoff at 56, 80 or 100 Hz to give you the control and correct the sound according to the room or your preference. Or if you like to produce at night, like me, it's pretty nice to be able to put a high pass. How do they sound like? That's the question you might be asking probably. I've been checking them on EDM, tropical house, classical music, YouTube videos, and I have to say the dynamic range is great. The higher frequencies are precise, low frequencies are precise, the frequency response is pretty flat, the stereo image is reproduced in an accurate way. I can really use these to produce. If you watch my previous videos, you can hear what I've been able to produce with these speakers. I'm pretty impressed because when you compare them with speakers that are like 4 times more expensive, like my Focal CMS65, there is a little difference, but it's such a good deal in my opinion. It's really hard to make better. If you know better, please let me know in the comments down below. I've also compared them with my M-Audio BX5A, which are in the same price range, and the BX5A are less precise in the low end. Maybe this is due to the placement of the subwoofers. The M-Audio BX5A have them at the rear, and it is obviously not optimal for my room. So in the end, great connectivity regarding inputs, easy to access knobs, the cheap price, $300 for a pair of speakers. I think this is really good for any bedroom producer. The subwoofers mounted at the front, which allows you to place them really near the wall, especially useful if you have a small room. The sound quality, which is great when compared with speakers that are like 5 times more expensive. I think these are great for professional producers. On the other side, these are great also for beginners since they are pretty cheap. Their design is well suited for small studios and bedrooms since you can place them close to the wall. So maybe these speakers are for you if you have a small room, if you are on a tight budget, if you want something that's accurate with a lot of connectivity, if you want to be able to filter out the lower frequencies, maybe because of your parents, neighbors, or acoustics of your room. If you want something more precise, you can always go for something more expensive, but you pay twice the price for something that's like 10% or 15% better. So I'm giving these speakers a score of 4.5 out of 5. So let me know, guys, if you have any questions regarding these monitors. A big thanks to Hercules for sending me this set of speakers. Let me know what speakers you're using in the comments down below if you think they compare well with this Hercules Monitor 5. Also, let me know if you want me to review other speakers. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you are not a producer yet, and so that you don't miss any of my next reviews, tutorials and challenges. If you're interested in getting these Monitor 5 speakers, check out the link in the description below. Have fun in your studio, small or big studio, and of course, don't forget to pray to a fellow